Yes, sir. Okay. Please go ahead.
So, good morning, everyone, and warm welcome to all the judicial officers across Tripura State and members from the High Court. My name is Chetan Singh Gill. I'm the trainer with SCC Online, and like I've already mentioned, the format of this session. Without any further ado, without wasting any more time, I would like to now start the session. The first thing first, I'm gonna share my I'm gonna share my screen so that we all can be on the same page and see and work together. One question that might be concerning members right now, that would be the IDs and password. The IDs and password have already been sent across. However, if you still have any question, if you have still any doubt, you can please let me know, and we can share your IDs again. First thing first, the URL for this particular website that we talk about today, that is SCC Online, that is Supreme Court Cases Online, is this. That is scconline.com. You can use it on any browser. It can be Google Chrome, it can be a Firefox, it can be Safari. I'm using Google Chrome, and this works the same way in all the platforms, on all the browsers the same way. If you're using iPad, if you're using any tablet for that matter, you can use this, you'll get the same layout on the browser. However, if you're on the mobile phone and using a browser to access this particular website, considering the screen size, it will be a bit smaller, and the feature would remain the same, but the way it's laid out on a mobile phone would be a bit different. And in case you choose to use a application of SCC Online, which is available for Google, for Android users and iPhone users, for both, you can use it over there. The layout for that would be slightly different, and I think we will talk about that probably in the next session when we come back, probably whenever the Honorable High Court give us a permission and give us a direction rather, and we will come again and do that search as well. But for now, we will be talking about this. Now, when you type in this scconline.com, you would get to this particular screen. You can do this on Google as well. So I'm going to take you from Google starting. So if you open Google page and you write SCC Online, this is the particular screen. This is a particular website that we're looking for, either this one or the second one. I can click on this and you'll be taken to this particular page. Now, before I log in into this software, I would like to talk about the data coverage, which simply means that talking about what all databases that you would have access to through SCC Online. Let me click on this web edition. Now, this data is not only and only from SCC Online, because SCC Online consists of 500 published volumes. However, in the past years, we have collaborated with a lot of other journals of high repute, which also includes the ILRs, which has now made this entire database close to 15,000 published volumes. So 500 is SCC, and then because of our, our alliances, because of our tie-ups with other journals, now the information that you're going to be accessing is around 15,000 published volumes. Now, what does this 15,000 published volume contains? First thing first, so Supreme Court of India, from the inception till date, is available over here, and that you can see it over here. And then it says with TruePrint. You'll see this TruePrint very often in all the entries. We'll talk about this in detail. Then we also have, apart from Supreme Court, we also have your federal court. We have your Privy Council data coming from 1836 onwards till 1949, which includes your Indian Appeal and Moore's Indian Appeals. Then all your high courts are covered over here. Then few district court judgments, which were landmark judgments, are available over here. Then historical courts, which is something similar to, like I said, pre-independent judgments that were Privy Council and Federal Court. However, the historical courts were at the lower level, that were provincial courts. So those court data are also available over here, which includes your Lahore Court, Ajmer, Awadh, Lower Burma, Upper Burma, and others, Pepsu. Then we have your tribunals and commissions. So tribunals, various tribunals are available over here. So that those are mentioned over here. Then we have your Indian statutory law, which includes your central acts, which give you access to state acts, rules and regulations, circulars, notification, instructions. Now, when I talk about this notifications, circulars and all, these are not just kept over there that you have to just search and you'll find it. It is yes, it is kept in that manner. However, it is also kept in a different way. That it is like, if you can see, it says text of important circular notification from various ministries. So what happens is, if you go over there, it will have a ministry name, and then under the ministry name, it will have the year, and under that year, you'll have all the notification that came on that in that ministry on that particular year. So you don't have to look for information, and wondering which one is the latest or which one is the oldest notification. Apart from that, we have your bills in Parliament at a level of that the way it was presented in the one of the houses, or as it was passed by one of the houses. That till that level, we have given you this information of bills. Then various constitutional orders are also available over here, and this will keep on getting updated. Then, apart from the primary source of law, we also have access to the secondary source of law, which means the Constituent Assembly debate. So, Constitution of India is is but obvious that is available over there for your reference, for your research. But also the Constituent Assembly debate, which is the genesis of the Constitution of India as we know it today, is also available with the entire 12 volumes of information. I will show you. I'll be able to show you that. Then various reports of commission and committees. Now this is interesting because last year, if you would have been at the same time, I would have only spoken about 4 or 5 at max law commission or the commission and other committees report over here. But I think over the year, we have added a lot more, around 20 plus law commissions and commissions and committees are also available over here, which also includes the Law Commission of India and other important reports. And this will be keep on adding up. So now today we are sitting down for this session. Whatever I'm showing you today, it is a high possibility that after a month or 2 months, or when you see after a year, there'll be a lot more which will be added in your existing package. Then your legal articles from 35 Indian universities and other journals are also made available to you, which also includes the SCC published journals and the Practical Lawyer, which is the magazine, which is a dedicated magazine for the articles and other such sections. So those are also available over here. Treaties, historical trials, policy documents, Tagalog lecture. There's so much that we can keep on going on and on with that. However, I would like to move to the login part. Now, we've been into business. We started in the year 1942 as a company, East Limbo Company, and we started publishing the Supreme Court judgment in the year 1969. Since 1969 till date, we've been doing this relentlessly, I think, every day in, day out. And because we were into publishing and we're still into publishing, when I said about the TruePrint, a few minutes back, I was talking about the TruePrint, that we have the TruePrint and like over here. And this is a very common thing that you will see in most of the entries over here, that we have the TruePrint. Now, why I said, like I said, TruePrint, I will talk about it. TruePrint is the exact photocopy of how the judgment was published in the law report. So when you're doing a research and if you want a printout, you'll have an option of either getting the printout of the law report, how it was printed, which ensures that there is there's an exact photocopy of the law report, so you don't have to really go to the library or ask anyone for a copy. You can get it over here. And the other one is a normal printout. So this is the one part. Then once you log in, it'll ask for your ID and password. I'm just going to quickly do that. In case you remember your ID, but you do not remember your password, then the forget password will take care of it. It will just simply ask for your login ID. You can simply do that. It will say request OTP. You get an OTP on your email address or a mobile number, depending on what is your login ID, and you will be able to do that. I'm just going to get in and just start the session. Considering that we don't have a lot of time with us, so I'm going to be getting straight away into the session. Now, once you once we get into this particular software, you would see this different colored tiles screen. I'll be addressing this screen as the SCC Online dashboard, or in short, I'll be calling it as a dashboard. So I'll be using this word quite often in this session, and that's why I wanted to say it out loud. Now in this dashboard, you would see there are different tiles that we have for your reference. One is the Research Plus, which is your blue color tiles. Then you have My Library, and then you have links. The Research Plus would be used when you have, a party name, a citation, a particular word here and there, and that's when you will be able to search with these options. However, if the members would have some spare time, or you just don't want to search through the word, but through the section wise, in terms of section, like not the section of the act, but the sections of under which particular head you want to look for the information, then the browse My Library part would come in handy. The My Library is I think somewhat like, I would say, like a virtual library. So when you go to a library, you exactly know that where is the commentaries kept, where is the manual kept, and where are the articles. So you go to that particular section and you flip through pages, you go through volumes, and you can pick up the information what you're looking for. So that's same thing that is available over here. And links is the external links for other websites that we have to offer. But I'm not going to talk about this. We're going to be focusing on these two primarily today. I'm going to start my search with one example from the library, because I don't think we will have a lot of time to talk about this. So I'll give one example of this, which give you a good idea how the library works. And then we'll focus more our energies on the blue color tiles. I'm going to start with this, that is My Library Browse Curated Topics. So if I click on this, what is happening over here is that there are various topics that we have in law, and those topics heads are given over here. So we have constitutional law, public law, corporate and commercial law, intellectual property, and others. Depending on what you are looking for, under what topic are you want to see the information, you can select that. So let's take corporate and commercial law. Now when I click on the corporate and commercial law, and now as we can recall, the heading said it's a curated topic. That means some work has already been done for us. Now if you see under the corporate and commercial law main head, we have subtopics: aviation law, competition law, due diligence, e-commerce law, security law, and others. And depending on what topic is concerning you or is relevant to you, you can choose that topic. For the example's sake, I'm going to take this option, that is competition law. Now, what's going to happen in this? Under the competition law, there are a lot of statutes which are related to competition law. There are a lot of rules. There are a lot of rules and regulations under competition law, and there are obviously notification circulars, and there might be thousands of judgments on competition law, but the handpicked judgments on competition law, which has made a significant impact on this point of law, will be given over here. And same goes for articles. Now let me start with this. If I click on statutory law, it says on the topic of competition law, Competition Act prevails. Yes, which is I think is part obvious. Then apart from that, Coconut Committee Act, Companies Act, Section 230, Section 410, Electricity Act, Section 23, 60, and a couple of more sections. So what is happening over here is any act which is related to this particular topic, that is competition law, is given over here. And if the entire act is not talking about it, is not relevant to it, then only that particular section is given over here. So like this one. So if I click on this, it simply load that particular section over here, or the act, whatever that I'm looking for. And now if you notice, we did not write anything. We just clicked on it and clicked on the subtopic and we got the information. Then if I click on the rules and regulation, all the rules that have been come till now, either from CCI or Compact, that's the two areas that we can expect the rules and regulation affecting this. Those are all available here. Same goes for notification and circulars along with instructions. So 2 notifications from Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And then comes my favorite option, that is the case laws. Now, as you all know it, if I search for the competition law as a topic, I will get so many judgments that it'll be really difficult to see and to come up with a conclusion that what is important and what is not. However, in this competition law, created topic list, the case law section picks up only and only the important judgments which has made impact on the development of this particular topic, and that particular judgment list is available over here. Depending on what you need, what you think you want to go by one judgment, so you can simply click on this and it will just simply load it. Now, if you notice that anything that you click, it has an option, it has a tree structure which opens up, and then you click on anything, it will just display over here. There's nothing to type in, and that's the browse feature all about. It will be different options depending on what you're selecting in the red tiles, but it will all work in the same way. From here, you can save it. You can email it, you can take a printout. All that things are already available right over here. And now if you can see, it says before Justice A.K. Sikri and Justice Bhushan, only one name is in bold. And this is going to be the feature throughout the session, throughout the software. Now, because any of the member, any of the judicial officer's name is in bold, that means he or she had authored the judgment. So that's why it is given over here. Let's just go back to the dashboard. Now, if I click on this icon, this 9 dots, I click on this, I'm back to my dashboard icon. Now, similarly,
Chetan, good morning, Chetan. Chetan,
sir,
how much time do we have for the session?
So we have half an hour exactly now.
Half an hour. So can we quickly do something in Q&A form? Chetan, can you show us something wherein we can just go and see the meaning of a particular word, or maybe something? What is the feature that we can use for that?
I think
we're not going to going into detailed search.
Questions. Yeah, so you can ask the questions today, and I will be able to. I'll try to answer those questions. I think that'll be good enough, sir. So you said that you have a word that you're looking for a definition of.
Suppose what I'm looking for is just definition of seniority, or maybe something related to seniority. So can you show me how to find it?
We have this word and phrases, which is an online dictionary kit for you. So I'm going to click on this, which is a last tile for the blue section. That is words and phrases. And now it says type word or phrase. So like Mr. Kapoor has asked for seniority. So I'm just going to do that. There we have it. So now we have two options. Which one would you like to see? A seniority cum merit?
Seniority cum merit, I think. That is, I think, close to my choice of topic. So I'm looking for this.
So I click on this and automatically it will give me the information. Now this will give you the information of seniority cum merit, the meaning as it was discussed in one of a judgment. If that means that maybe one honorable judge had defined that particular word, so that will come over here. Like you can see, this is a definition that means that given minimum necessary merit requisite for efficiency and other things, it was discussed in state of Kerala versus N.M. Thomas, and the citation is also given over here for your reference. And then you go further down, it is also giving you other cases which were in this particular word was being defined.
Thank you, Chetan.
I would like to show one more example because this is missing one thing. That is, not only it gives you the definition from judgments, it also gives you definition from the dictionary as well. So otherwise, can I ask for another word that I can search
I think simple. Let's take another simple word: bias.
Bias. Okay, bias as in this bias, right?
Yes.
So we will search for this. Let me see if what I'm trying to show it to you, if I can get it over here. So this is one definition. So if you can see it, it says one. So it ends over here. This is one, the definition. The second definition starts from here and ends right over here. And the party name is given over here. The third definition is starting from here, ending on this. And then, okay, this is, I think, a good example. Thank you for this. The fourth definition, if you see, it says at the end, it doesn't say any citation or a party name. It says what. What is short for Wharton Dictionary of Law. So this is a definition as it was, as has been mentioned in the dictionary, the legal dictionary. So that's.
So is it comprehensive? Does it mean that we have Black's Dictionary of Law here?
No. So we don't have a Black Dictionary of Law. We have this Wharton Dictionary of Law, and along with the judgments, which has defined a particular word. So it's not. And I think there are three sources for this. One is your legal dictionary, that is Wharton, like I mentioned.
Mhm.
Other one is your various cases which I would have discussed this particular, this particular word and defined it. And third is if there is any act which is defining a particular word. So that will also come over here.
Okay. Is it also having some reference to the Eastern Book Company's book called Words and Phrases, Supreme Court Words and Phrases? I guess there is some
Yes.
relationship here.
Yes.
Okay.
That was a. I think that's a genesis. That's the background.
Okay.
The basics.
Oh,
Basis of that. So
oh, thank you
we
so
have
much.
our words and phrases. Title that we have been publishing for a long time. So whatever that we have published over there, that all comes over here as well.
So, is it possible now to show us something in case we do not have the full party name and we do not have both the party names, we have only one party name. I'll give you one example. If I'm looking for, let's say, Neelabati, only Neelabati, that word is with me. I do not have the rest of the party name. I just have this one word, Neelabati,
And I'm assuming that you
Nilabati.
don't even know the court. Is it Supreme Court or High Court, or
Yes,
you
yes.
have any
No,
idea?
no other idea. I have no idea whether it's Supreme Court judgment or High Court judgment or a tribunal judgment or a
Hmm.
district court judgment. All I know is the party Neela Bati,
Okay.
Nilabati.
So like you said, it's a party name. So we're gonna go with this find by party name option. Now, irrespective, you have a one party name or you have the full party name, you come to this and it has option like search by party name. First thing first, it'll say select your code. Now, considering that we are not really, clear or very confident about the code, that which code is it? I can click on this all jurisdiction. Like the name suggests, it
Oh,
will search in all the codes together. So I don't have to worry about the code. So I'll take that.
wonderful. Will that not become too much? Because in the beginning you told us that all high courts, all tribunals, Supreme Court, and so much of data is there. So will it be able to find Neelabati out of that? Huge
Uh,
numbers. Let's see.
if it's a unique name, then it'll only give you one. But if I'm looking for some words like Ashok or Thakur and all, then it might give you a challenge. But I'll give you an answer to that as well. But let's stick to the query that
Please
you have asked
let us
for. It's
try.
Nilabati. So
Mm.
while you're writing it out, it'll just
Nila.
automatically it'll just give you the suggestion that I think Nilabati Behra is the case that you're looking for, sir. And if I click on this, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
yeah. So Nilabati Behra, that's what you asked for, and I'll click on find case. And right over here. So there it is. Neelavati Behra versus State of Odisha, 1993, along with other equivalent citations is also mentioned rightly over here. I can double click on this or click on go. It will open the full case. However, I would like to take a moment over here and I'm going to open this case for you, but I'm just going to answer another query that you had raised that will it give me too many results? I'm going to take another example. Let's take any random name, like I said, Ashok. Now, if I search for Ashok Kumar, and now the concern might be that Ashok Kumar is such a common name, and I'm not saying that Ashok Kumar, people are do have all the criminal cases. Now it says search yields too many results. So this means that this is not a search that you should be going with. You need to have some other name. Now the good part of this is you can write any name that you have over here. It can be first party name or it can be second party name. So I'm saying Ashok Kumar Thakur. And if I do a start search, it still has 24 results. Now, if you see this, it says Bal Bharati Public School, Central Park, Central Bank of India, and all stuff. Let's take this one, Central Bank of India, just for example's sake. I can put anything over here. I can just write bank in between. So Ashok Kumar Bank Thakur and find case. It will just give me that particular thing. So there is no set pattern that we have suggest that you have to write the first party and then the second party. Write the words as you remember in any format. It will give you the results over here. I'm going to take the example that you had asked for, Neelabati Behra. Do you want me to show this case for you?
I think I can see it is versus State of Odisha, and the citations are also right here. I can see SSC criminal, AIR citation. Do we have more here citations? So many
Yeah,
equivalent
criminal
citations are already
laws,
available. Good.
CST
So
and
a
all.
lot of cross citations are available here in the first go itself.
I think I'll show you a case which you might want to see that if it's overruled or not. because I think showing a
Please.
normal case will, I think we'll just get onto that one. I'm going to
That
take a
will be
case
great.
which, yeah, I'm going to take a case which we all know it's a overruled judgment. I'm going to take the case of ADM Jabalpur.
Let me give
Yeah,
you one. Let me
please.
give you one. Golaknath. Let's take
Oh.
Golaknath.
Everyone, I think that is true. Golaknath is also. So let's just search for Golak if I can get that. There we have it. Golaknath was state of Punjab, 1967.
Yes, 1967. I think that is the case that I'm interested in. So
Yes.
we can see SCR citation and AI citation. Why SSC citation is not here?
Like I said in the starting, we started publishing SEC in the year 1969. So we just we were just a bit late to publish Golaknath case in our law reports. But I think
So
we
it
are
says
going back.
120 digest notes. What does that mean? 120 digest notes?
So this one, the digest notes are basically, there's a synonym for, you can call it a head note, you can call it law point, you can call it case notes. So the points that were discussed in this case have been lifted from the case and put it into a different section that is called digest notes. So rather than you going through the full case, you can simply go through these 120 points of law, and which will give you a fair idea what the case is about. Let me just explain further into it. Now, this is the first column. It says 120, digest note, judgment is 1. However, when you get to the second column, let me show you the three columns. The first column, second column, and third column. I'm going to be talking about the second column now. It says Supreme Court J11. Now, it's a Supreme Court judgment. That's a decision date. That's a party name and the citation. And then it says J11. J means J is short for the judgment. So it's a full judgment, full text, which will have the head notes and the judgment as it was, authored by various judges. And the 11 number denotes that how many judges are part of the quorum. So there were 11 judges who sat down in this particular to decide this particular case, and the names of the 11 judges, if you go to the third column, is mentioned over here. The Chief Justice, Justice Subha Rao, then Chief Justice Subha Rao, Justice Vanshu, Justice Ayatullah, and others' names are also given over here. And now if you see, like I said initially, I'm sorry. Like I said, God bless you, sir. Like I said, it's getting really pleasant in Delhi, and this is one of the proof. So now if you can see, a couple of names are in bold. That means only the names which are in bold were the judges who had authored the judgment. But let's go back to this.
So what you're saying is, Chetan, what you're saying is out of 11, only one, Justice Subha Rao, Justice Vanshu, Justice Hidayatullah, and Justice Bachawat, they were the authors. Rest members were there on the bench, but they did not author their own judgment. Is that right?
Yes. They might have concurred. They might have concurred with one of them, and that is also can be seen.
But there was nothing written by them in their individual capacity.
No.
So out of 11, only 5 authors. In fact, 4 authors. 4 authors.
There were 4 authors.
Yes. One more quick query, Chetan. Please. You said 120 points in this judgment. Will this 120 points will be the common finding in case I'm reading this? In case I'm reading the same judgment in AIR or other publications?
No. This is something that is very, very, I think, exclusive to SEC Online.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wonderful.
Yeah. So it's very exclusive to SEC Online, and not only the law points. I think I have just touched the tip of an iceberg right now, because it sounds very simple that, we have read the full case and we picked up the points which were discussed, but there is a lot more that is happening in this head notes. Let me just get into and just dive into that, because this will kind of be changed the way we search. It has already done good to all the people who have been using it from so many years, and I want to share it with more people so that more people can make use of it. So now, like I said, J11 judgment and 11 judges. So 11 we have already established the fact what 11 means. Now comes D. Like I said, D is a digest note. Now this is one of the law points which was discussed in the case. That was interpretation of statutes, external aids, history of legislation. Then second point of law which was discussed in this case was the words and phrases, the meaning of state. And then same goes for Article 141, the meaning of amend, meaning of declared, and so on and so forth. Now what is happening over here is, now if I click on any of this entry, let's say I take this one, Article 32, generally nature, scope of 32, and so on, other things that is mentioned over here. Now, when you just come to this, only that point of law has been discussed. Now, if you see, say, Constitution of India, Article 32, as per majority, this was a gist that was discussed on this point. So you don't have to read the full case and figure out what was discussed on this point of law. Same, let's get further into this. Now, if you see, it says Constitution of India Part 4, the nature, as per Hidayatullah, he was conquering. And this was his, opinion on this point of law. And if you keep going down, you will see a lot of other points that were discussed. And then you can simply see what was being discussed. Now, when we say, like it says Justice Hidayatullah, that means only Justice Hidayatullah spoke on this point, not other judges. So that's why his point is given over here. And it's very concise. You can simply see to go through it and can get the information.
What are these superscript numbers which are appearing in front of each judge? As here, I can see bench strength 11, quorum K. Subbarao 1, Vanchu 2. What are these?
So, like we said in the starting, like I said, that who is concurring with whom, we will be able to see it. So this is what I was referring to. Now, if you see, the names are in bold. So Chief Justice has superscript number 1. Now, anyone who has superscript number 1, which is and their name is not in bold, that means that, like, Justice Selath, Justice Vidayat Lingam, Justice Sikri, Justice Shah, everyone has number 1 superscript. That means all these judges were agreeing or concurring with Chief Justice Subbarao. And now, when you see,
so what you're saying is Justice Mittar and Justice Bhargava, who have superscript 2, they were concurring with Justice Vanchu.
Exactly. And then the third
surprisingly, nobody is concurring with the views of Justice Hidayatullah, Justice Bachawat, and Justice Ramaswamy. They have, I think, individual views about the issue. Other bench members, they were not concurring or even partly concurring with them.
Right.
Wow. This is amazing. For each point, we can get it?
You can get for each and every point. This work has been already done. And not only for this judgment, I think there are, so many judgments that to offer this same kind of information and more.
Chetan, you started this discussion giving us some, I think, a hint about overruled point, that you will show us how to find overruled points.
Yes. So usually what happens whenever we go on Google or any other software, they say it on the top of the judgment that judgment is overruled. And the story starts and it ends. There is no, I think you can't venture too much into it because you said, oh, the judgment is overruled. However, I was corrected by one of the then district court judge of Karkaduma court when I said, sir, I'm going to show you a judgment which is overruled. And sir name is Justice Teji. Now he's a Delhi High Court judge. He said, Mr. Gill, are you sure the judgment is overruled? Like, yes, sir, the judgment is overruled. And he asked me again, like, are you sure the judgment is overruled? And I think he taught me one lesson, I think almost like 8-9 years back, that a judgment is never overruled. It's only the point of law which is overruled. Now, we can tell you which point of law it's overruled rather than writing on the top of judgment is because we have head notes. Now, if I keep scrolling down like this, one traditional way of looking for overruled judgment, if I is to simply keep scrolling down, and we will find a new, icon which will just populate like this one. Now, let me zoom in a bit. If you see this one, it says point number 86, Constitution of India, Article 368, and this has a red exclamation mark. That means wherever you have this red exclamation mark, that means this point of law has been overruled. So if I click on this, it gives me the same information, but at the end it says.
Oh, so this is now clearly saying that this point of law is overruled in Keswanand Bharti versus State of Kerala in 1973 and held overruled in Indian Medical Association again in 2011.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And I'm unable to understand what is this overruled and held overruled. Can you quickly explain this to me?
Sure. This overruled means that initially it was overruled. The first time it was overruled in Keswanand Bharti case because this is a 1967 case, like we said in the starting. Correct. But in 1973, when this case was cited in Keswanand Bharti and was discussed, it was overruled.
Mm-hmm.
Supposedly, it was not supposed to be cited again as a precedent. But
Mm-hmm.
in the case of Indian Medical Association, it was again cited, and the judges said that it's already been overruled, so we should
Okay.
not be using this particular thing.
All
And not
right.
only this,
Wonderful.
it also tells you that this is a citation. And
Mm-hmm.
on page number 236, this particular case was cited and was discussed. So you can actually get to the case by clicking on this and read to page 236, and you can see exactly in what context this case was cited over there. So actually, a thread-bearing information, like getting to the the minuscule information which you would otherwise would not get access to, is given over here. And I think, but considering the time is a luxury right now, you don't want to scroll down over here. I think this is a real-time scenario, because I think we don't have so much of time to scroll through the entire case, considering it's 120 points, to look for this red exclamation mark. My simple request to all the members over here would be, whenever you open a judgment with the help of citation or a party name, open the case, and once the case opens up like this, come to this. Just below SEC Online logo, there is search within search results option. I click on this. Let me zoom in a bit for you over here, right below SEC Online. And I'm just going to write the word I'm looking for. That is overruled. I'm going to write the word overruled and start search. So whenever you open any judgment going forward now on SEC, either with the help of party name or citation, it'll open one judgment, open judgment, and do a sub search for overruled. So any point of law which is overruled in this case will be now filtered, and there we have it. So from 121, the result has been now decreased to 16. And now all the points of law which has the word of overruled will come over here, which means that it might give you some cases which are not overruled, but the word overruled was coming over there. That's why it has just made a part of it. But now, oh, there's something new that I have to share with you. See this information. It says minority view accepted, but majority view overruled. What is that supposed to mean? Now, if you see this example, it says Article 368, power to amend. As per majority, this was opinion. Justice Hidayatullah opinion, concurring with the majority, is given over here. Justice Vanchu, who gave the judgment for himself and on the behalf of Justice Bhargava, Justice Mittal, and Ramaswamy was concurring with Justice Vanchu, is given over here. Then Justice Bachawat, information is given over here. Now we can see that Justice Bachawat is the one who has a minority view. So we can in this Justice Bachawat has the minority view over here. We can see it over here. It says minority view accepted, but the majority view was overruled in case of Ananda Bharti.
So it's only Justice Bachawat's view which is accepted.
Yes.
The other views, the majority view is overruled.
Yes.
My God, so much of detail. I'm actually surprised. Wonderful. So this is one thing that we now know, that we can see within a judgment what points are overruled, and we can see all of those together also by searching overruled here, and we found, I think, few. But is there any way in which I can find a reference of this case till date, that this case of 1967, where all this has been cited, distinguished, referred to, etc., etc.? I want to see complete table. How can I see that? All cases in one go.
I'll give you a shepherdizing arrangement of all the cases where this case was taken as a precedent, and that's just a one-click button. Whenever you open any judgment, and then you come to this third column, there are a couple of options over here: print, email, and everything. There's a second option which is denoted by the word case reference.
Oh.
So if you see, it says judgment is 1. Now the moment I click on this icon, that is case reference, one click on this, it will change this number and give me all the cases where this case was cited post 1967. And there we have it. So there are 83 judgments. Now, not only this, if I click on the plus sign, it's going to give me the court wise. In Supreme Court, there are 50 cases where this case was cited. In high courts, there were so many other high courts that was there. Right now, we are not providing the foreign material to the state judiciary, but just for the example sake, I can show it to you. There are other neighboring countries and other countries, even UK for that matter, who has taken reference from this particular case.
Wow.
and
Wonderful.
US. So,
And
and now
even the articles, even in the articles,
yeah,
if the
articles.
reference is there, we have 35 articles. My
Yes.
God.
And
So
I
this is
think
so
you,
amazing.
if you're concerned about that, okay, I only want to see, let's say I want to see UK for that example. So I
Mhm.
say I can only click on this. So if you can
Mhm.
see, if I take a cursor in front of any of the entries, the only
Mhm.
option comes in. So if I
Mhm.
click on only,
Mhm.
it's gonna only and only show me UK judgment where this case was cited. Now if you can
Mhm.
see, this is the case, and rightly
Mhm.
is mentioned over here. Guru Nanak State of Punjab, State of Punjab is given over
Wonderful.
here. And even
Mhm.
if I want to see High Court wise, so I can see there's
Mhm.
one Tripura High Court already has one reference of this particular case. So I
Mhm.
can click on only Tripura High Court,
Mhm.
and it says Prasad Biswas versus State of Tripura 2015 case, and there it says in IC Golaknath, the State of Punjab, dealing with the question as to whether the decision in that should be given prospective or retrospective operations.
Wonderful. So I think I now know how to find judgment with the party names, but I'm not really very clear if I have a citation, how can I go about finding a judgment through citation? Sometimes we only
I'll
have citation.
I'll quickly do that. So find by citation. Now I'll just add one more element to your search, sir. Now sometimes you only have citation, sometimes you have a citation of other journals like
Correct.
AIR,
Mm.
ILR, and all stuff. Now, considering those things, though this software is of SEC, but we do not restrict you to only and only use SEC citations, which means that we have SEC citation, we have AIR, ILR, and others were mentioned rightly over here. So then you can see even Indian appeals, then Bombay Law Reports, regional, journals are also, players are also, citation are also mapped. Like you saw, we're giving you equivalent citation of other journals when you saw the party name Neelamati Behra. So that's what we're doing over here. So which means that you can use any other citation, even if you don't have the tie-up with them, we'll still be able to give you the judgment. And let me give you an example for that, how it really works. So I'm taking AIR right now. I'm taking this AI 2010 SC1. And one more thing, if you can see this, if I the moment I write the bare minimum citation, it gives me the index of the entire volume. That this in this AIR 2010 volume, the first case was on page number 1, second was on page number 5, third was on page number 19, and the other, the entire index is given rightly over here. Now, if I click on any of this and click on get citation, though the citation is of AIR and we don't have a tie-up with AIR, we just say equivalent citation, so it will take the citation of AIR, but will give you the judgment of SEC, and the judgment is available over here. And if I show it to you, the citation that we have available for this. So it's Wahid Khan of the state of MP, SEC, SEC Criminal, Criminal Law Journal, ECRN, AIC, and AIR. All these citations are available over here. And if you use any of the citation, you'll be able to get this judgment. And look at this. There's some other example. This is also a head note. It also does give you information that what all cases were relied on in this case, what all cases were distinguished in this case, where this case was followed, where this case was applied, where this case was affirmed. All this information will keep on adding up. This is a never-ending job for us, because once the case gets decided, this kind of work gets started. So we keep on adding up this information. I
Uh,
think
Chetanji, now
I'll.
I have understood. I have understood how to find by a party name, even if when I have a partial name available with me, even if when I have only one respondent or maybe the appellant, and in case I have the citation not just for SEC, any citation of any reporter, maybe national level reporter, there are I think good number of names appearing there in that citation tree. But how about when I know one act, and within the act I have to find something on a specific section? I'll give you my query. I'm looking for some cases on Negotiable Instrument Act section 138. Can I do that quickly?
That we can sure do. I can, before that, I'll just quickly show how to do a copy paste over here, because
Okay.
I think we'll just. So one option that we all know is highlighting Control C, Control B works, I think, like a magic, and it's been working from such a long time. But there will be few cases which will not let you highlight, like this one. The cases which does not let you, the document which does not let you highlight a document, in those scenarios, in those cases, you will have these icons before appearing before each and every paragraph. So what you need to do is, if you want to copy this paragraph, you can click on this, do a single click, and single click, depending on what you need. And after doing that, next to this option of case reference that we saw, that where all this case was cited, there's an option of smart copy. And all this is already made. There's a manual, there's a website which has been made, which we can, which I will be able to show it to you later. But if I select the paragraph and click on this smart copy, it will give me the paragraphs copied into a different window, along with the option to email it to myself or to someone else, or along with the citation and the party name. And from here, I can simply highlight as much as I want, do a Control-C, Control-V works completely over here. That's a smart copy feature. I'll just give you answer to your question, sir. You're looking for Negotiable Instrument Act 138. So because it's an act and it's a section number, I will take you to the next, sir, that is find case law by section. So if I click on this, find case law by section, there we have it. And now over here, the simple thing is that I have to write the act name and then select the section later on. So the only thing that you have to be really, avoid writing is the word Indian in the starting. So if it's Indian Penal Code, just write Penal Code. Indian Contract Act, just write the Contract Act. So Negotiable Instrument Act is already there. I think I've done search in the past. So there it is. So I write Negotiable Instrument Act. Don't have to write the entire thing. Even if you just write Negotiable Instrument, it will still give you the result. So that's the full act, sir. And 130. So I simply scroll down, dishonor or check for insufficiency. So I click on this. I can double click on this.
This is the one on which I need. Yes.
So that's it. I think within few seconds, you'll get judgments on it. So all you have to do is
very simple.
All you have to do is ask for the write for the act name, select section, click on it, and you'll get these results on your screen pouring in. All the judgments which were decided on Negotiable Instrument Act Section 138 are available right over here for you.
And in case I want to see only Supreme Court judgments now within this search, the search on Negotiable Instrument Act Section 138, I want to see only Supreme Court and not judgment. I think only notes. Only notes, Supreme Court notes, digest notes.
So I click on this, the digest notes, and now if you can see, the only option appears wherever you go. So I want to see only for 470 results. So I can click on this only. And the results.
So in that case, instead of 12,454, I will have only 470.
Exactly.
Can I see the most recent now? Most recent first, the 2020 or something, which is of the 2019.
We have a very simple option to sorting, like we do it in Excel or any other I think softwares like that. We have this option in the center, sort by. So if I click on this, it's a simple option, latest first, chronological latest first. So the center column will just get rearranged date-wise.
Wonderful.
And there we have it. 5th of March this year. There we have it, Negotiable Instrument Act case. These are notes only. There might be judgments which came after that because head notes take some time.
Okay. Now let's see this note first. Can I see this note completely? The first one?
Yeah, there we have it, sir.
Okay. Okay. Can you scroll down, please?
This is the entire law point on this 138 from one of the cases.
Okay.
And now at the end, it's
and now in case I want to read the full judgment. Can I do something clicking somewhere here?
You can simply click on this. Now you can click on this. It will open the full judgment. But let's take a moment. It says this entire thing was discussed from para 3 to 22. So which means if I click on this citation, which will open the full judgment into a different window, I just have to be focusing on para 3 to 22 only, if this was a point of law which was relevant to me. And para 3, so I'll start from here and go till para 22, and I will have a good idea of what was being discussed in its, like, rather than just reading the summary, I will read exactly what was discussed in the case. And now if you see 22nd paragraph, the case ends at 23rd. So basically it's the entire case summary in one note.
So Chetan, thank you. We have learned, I think, when we have information about some party name, about some citation, about some act and section number. How about when I do not know head and tail of the judgment, no party names, no citation? I have this proposition to search, those who come from the back door have to go back by the same door.
Ideally, they should. But
No. Our impression is not important. It is something which is mentioned in one of those Supreme Court judgment or High Court judgments. That is something that we are looking for. So, law is a common sense. Yes, we all know. But how can we find this expression somewhere? Because this has no legal phrase as such.
This is the most easiest search, I think, because easier, I would say, because easiest because we've been doing Google search, I think so many years now. So I'll gonna go with this Google search of SCC, that is word search. So I'm gonna go over here. The only thing that I would like to, request the members to be careful about is do not write sentences. Do not write the full statement, because though it is like Google search, but there's one major difference. Any extra word that you type, that word also gets searched, and it makes a mandate for the software to bring the document which has that particular word for sure. So let me give you an example. So you said those who come from the back door have to leave by the same door. Yeah. So this is a statement. Now, if you see, it says those who come by the back door have to leave by the same door. Now, if I do a start search right now, which I will just do it for you, start search, you'll be surprised that though I have written everything, but it will not take me anywhere. I have, let me see if I can. Now, if you see this, it has got around 8,000 results, and from, to, the, by, the, everything has been searched. And now if you look for the word that you're looking for, it will be a task, a mammoth task in front of you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and do a word search. I'm going to pick up the words which are the soul of the sentence, which are the most important words, without which this will not make any sense. So I'm going to take this, and all these words, except for those who come from the and all, remove it, not required. Have to, leave, by, not required. Remove this as well. And now if you see, I'm also getting some options. I can do, if it's a single, if I have been a single word, like any other word, I would have not put the double quotes. I'm putting double quotes so that back door and same door is not 4 words, but only 2 words searched. So back door is 1 word, same door is 1 word. So which will reduce my search for a simple reason that I do not want these to come individually. I want this to backdoor and same door coming as one word. And let's do a start search.
Basically, what you're saying is it should find as an expression backdoor and an expression same door,
Yes.
having 2 words each appearing in the same fashion as is being typed.
By the way, this also works on Google as well.
Okay.
So you can do it on Google double quotes and it works. So there we have it. So though the result had, I think, only 10%, not even 10%, I think 1% of the total search, because we have got 8,000 results. So we got only 81 results. But now if you see, in the first instant, we got the result, those who come by the back door have to go by the same door mentioned over here. And not only one judgment. Not only one judgment. If you see, the second judgment is those who come by the back door, those appointed by backdoor methods. See, now this is very interesting. See, we are asking for a notion, a thing which was discussed, which means that anyone, there's a favoritism, there's nepotism, that should be curtailed, which should be stopped. And that's exactly what it's saying. Person appointed by backdoor method or as a result of favoritism, nepotism or corruption have been found to be lacking in devotion of duty and all the stuff, and has been denied to illegal appointees backdoor entrance. So I think talking the same lines, but not writing the same words. So that's the
basically the concept is same, but
yes.
may have been worded out differently, and may have quoted the statement somewhere, as we can see here in different places. The same phrases are appearing.
This one is actually a better example. The person who have entered into public service through backdoor entry should be sent through the same door from which they entered into. So it's really important to search for the main word, because we need to understand everyone who is on this call or otherwise, we all have a different way of writing, speaking, and reading. So to get to the major all the judgments, I think it's always better to write the minimal.
Is there some thumb rule which we have to follow if we are looking for some? Let me just ask another query. If I'm looking for a very simple thing, I'm looking for locus standi.
Okay, so again, the
And
locus.
Chetan, let me tell you what I'm looking for. I'm looking for locus standi, and I'm looking for locus standi in relation to third party. So, what is the locus standi of a third party?
So this is your query, right, sir? Now,
Yes.
first thing first, let's make the pairs. Let me zoom in a bit. The first pair is third party. Your third party has one word, right? And like I said, in relation to and all, I don't need this. Basically, what we're talking about is that you should only and only search with the legal words, not the conjunction, not the verbs and all. Those are not required. Now I can do the search over here, locus standi, third party. That is one way of searching. I will get the results, but I will remove this. And I'll first search with the word locus standi. I'll show it to you. Why am I doing it? This is something that I'm giving you an extra, there's an extra feature, or there's an extra ability that you can do your searches better. Now we got the result of all the cases where locus standi was discussed. And now I want to specify locus standi in respect to third party. So we did this earlier, we did this sub search, right, of overruled. I can do the same thing over here. I can write the word third party in the sub search. What it will do is, when I do a search, it's not going to search in the entire database. It's going to search only in 35,000 cases, which are available over here. And within 35,000, the third party and locus standi is occurring into 8,360 cases. And there we have it. Interim measure grant of an application by third party, that is party not a party to arbitration agreement. Third party being shareholder.
Chetan, if I want to see only Supreme Court notes again.
Same thing, sir. You go to digest notes, and in the notes you can click on only over here, and you get the result.
Oh, that's simple. So that means from Supreme Court we have only 87 notes appearing from various judgments on this focal point of locus standi of third party. Wherever discussed, these are here within these 87 notes. So this is so amazing.
This is not only this. You can get articles. You can get the articles and everything. Depending on what you're looking for, you can, once you do a search, the entire database comes for you at one place. And it doesn't really, makes an overwhelming, experience that, you're just like, oh, there's so much of data, because the data is at your disposal. If you want to see articles now, I can click on only articles, and article will just pour in within a few seconds. There we have it.
Chetan, one more query comes to my mind. One more query comes to my mind. I think this can be explored further. Do we always have to type double inverted quotes? Because let me give you another example that I'm looking for. Whether post-mortem is significant in all cases, or maybe I vaguely remember it was mentioned somewhere. Post-mortem.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Post-mortem is significant. So
now let's first see. Let's see if we have something over here. So nothing over here. So let's see. So you're saying significant.
Yes.
So there we have it. Now it can be significant. It can be significance. So I'm gonna be
I'm
going
looking for significant.
Okay, so I'm gonna be going with your thing. So this is the. Now let's have a let's I think ponder upon this. It says
so you have typed double inverted quotes. You have typed double inverted quotes with post-mortem, but you have not typed double inverted quotes with significant. Why?
Significant is one word.
Okay, so we need not type double inverted quotes whenever there is one word only.
Yes, only with.
So if it is promissory estoppel, if it is promissory estoppel, if it is legitimate expectation, if it is more than one word, then we need to type double inverted quotes. Otherwise, we do not need to type double inverted quotes, and that's for legal expression.
Exactly, like public interest litigation. Now, if you understand public interest litigation,
3 words.
It means something different. But if you break it down, public means something else, interest means something else, and so is the
Correct.
same case with the
Correct.
litigation. Just to avoid
Now, if
that.
we start search, Chetan, I feel postmortem and significant will be found anywhere and everywhere. So how do we
Yes.
then make it better?
Now, I think for that, what we can do is because if I do a start search right now, I'm not saying that this will not give you results. This will give you results, but this might give you some extra results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell the software that, okay, I want these 2 words, postmortem and significant, but I want these 2 words to appear near each other.
Okay.
So that it comes in one sentence. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just write the word near in between.
Okay.
Okay.
That's
what
it.
happens is that's it. Because near automatically it says over here, it says Boolean near setting. Near means 10 words range. That means right now it's going to search for these 2 words, postmortem and significant, in 10 words. I can increase it as well, depending on like the topic I'm looking for. I can make it 20, or I can decrease it as well.
Okay.
But I think 10 word is good enough for now. And I'm going to start the search right now. So postmortem, near, significant. Just one thing that needs to be taken care of. Near has to be written in capital. If you write near in small letters, it will not work.
Okay.
So it has to be written in capitals and do a start search. So software automatically understands the moment you write near, because near is an English word. How can we differentiate that this is not a word I'm searching, it's an operator. And now if you see postmortem, when not significant, as per Justice O's, and that's given over here.
Wow. But this is so simple.
So
it
near
looks like,
works.
but when you show it, it looks very simple. But I think otherwise it's very difficult to find something on such portals. Can I give you a new one? I'm looking for
Please.
arrest of women.
Okay.
Is there any guidelines? Is there any judgment in which I have some information available? Arrest of women.
So arrest of women, I can search with that straight away. But let's search with this first. Now again, arrest of women is a legal phrase. So I'm going to put double quotes and start search. I got written women near arrest, but considering that arrest of women is a legal phrase, so I'm going to go with that. But it says very less. There are very few results. It was suggested that arrest of women may be only by lady police such arrest. So there is few guidelines that was mentioned over here. But I think I'm gonna go back and just search for arrest near women. And let's see if we can get more results, which I'm sure which I'll get. Because it can be arrest of women, it can be women arrest as well. So how can I define that? So I'm gonna just write women near. Now let's have a look at this. Now it can be arrest, it can be arrested. And it can be women, it can be woman, it can be girl, or it can be lady as well. These are synonyms for words related to women. So while I'm writing, and this is the first time I'm doing this search. So if you can see, I'm gonna take this. And let me explain this. It says arrest star. What does star means? Star, whenever you put a star in front of any particular word, it basically means that it will search for all the derivatives of that word. So anything which comes which has arrest as a root word. So arrest, arrested, arrests with an S will all give you that over there. Just give me a quick minute. Sorry, my dog was crying outside a room. So
no, if you want to take care of him, you can because I think
we
can ask Mohit or
No. She was just crying because the door was closed and my parents were in that other room. So I requested my parents to take her in.
So can you explain this? How we understand that with arrest star we will have the derivatives of arrest word, and with near we will have women. But this or how is this working? And
or is basically
you're making too complicated for us.
We can keep it simple. I can simply remove everything and just write woman over here. This
Okay.
is one-time learning. This is
I
just
think let's first do with only one word and then repeat this to see if the numbers are increasing. So I think I will have this impression that yes, this is helping me. Please.
So
Boolean.
yes, ideally it should do it itself, but okay.
Please select Boolean. Somehow it did not select Boolean, I think.
I think this because of star maybe. So I think I'll check on it. So now if we see, we got some more
592.
results.
Total
Yeah,
result 592. Digest notes 29. Digest note 29. Yes, we found what we are looking for, but let us now try the other way. What you were suggesting with many ors, or lady, or girl, or
So basically,
whatever.
right now I'll show you. I'll talk you a difference about it. Basically, right now it's only searching for women, but
Okay.
it can be a girl, it can be a lady. Any words can be used. So basically,
Please.
what we're doing is we are expanding our search and
Scope of
saying,
research.
yes, scope of research, saying that why only search for women? It can be only a woman. It can be women. It can be a girl, or this or this. So basically, or which means is if I don't write the word or, then what will happen is it will search for woman, girl, or lady in one judgment,
Which
is
is
a
not
very
possible. Which is
exactly
not
because
possible. Not
exactly.
possible.
So we are giving the option to the software that either find this or this or this
Or
or
this,
this.
or this, or this, or this. So how many times we can use this or?
As much as you like.
Oh my God. So you're giving us a magic here.
So
All alternatives we can place in here.
yeah,
Wonderful.
all
So
alternatives.
now if we start search, we have to do something. Okay.
Yeah,
Select
I think
Boolean.
usually it automatically when you write near it selects Boolean, and whenever you write or it also selects. I think there's some. I think I'll check with my team. This is a very recent feature. Earlier we had to use it near for or we had to manually click on Boolean, but we have fixed it.
Let
I
us see
think.
the results now. Let us see
Yes.
the results.
So 597, 500 some results were there. Oh, I think. Oh, sorry. This is my bad. I did not pick up the search completely. Sorry. Yep. And
Something which is not working properly here.
I think again it has given me that it has not taken the entire search because I think I have to manually write it once. Yeah, it is just not taking that. Rest star near. Now, if you see, it has taken Boolean automatically. I think there was some problem with search.
Are we asking too much from the system? Maybe too many words will spoil the show. Oh my God. So from 29 digest nodes, now we have 75 digest node.
Yes.
Almost 3 times.
And now I think this is the same result. But now if you see, it says arrest of women, but it's also highlighting the word a lady without the presence of a lady constable. Now, this is exactly what we're talking about. Not all the time the word women would be used. A lady constable is also used. So this searches for those particular words as well, which gives you the extra results that you're looking for.
How many times we can do sub search?
There are 6 times. 6 times you can do sub searches.
Okay.
So
can we see one such example wherein we can do sub search, and see how we can actually zero down to something which is coming very close?
I can give you one example.
Please.
I can give you example of this dowry death results. So the query was that we want to look for all the cases of dowry death wherein the bride was burnt, and there were multiple dying declarations which were which were recorded. So again, I can write everything over here, But like I said, I do not want to do that. I want to just go with one-word searches. Because why I'm doing one-word searches, because sometimes we write a word and because of that X word, the results are down to 1 or 2, and we don't get to know which is what word has created a problem. So sub searches will help you with that. So dowry death is first search. I'm going to search with the second word, that is bride burning.
So Chetan, I note that for dowry death you have typed double noted codes. For bride burning also you have typed double noted codes. These are all
Again,
again
the
the
same
same
thing.
formula.
The same
Uh,
thing.
uh, Phrase legal phrases or double noted codes because 2 words. Okay.
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I have not written, have search for dowry death, search for bride burning, search for dying declaration, but I've not written the word multiple dying declaration. Consider that we don't have the time.
I'll give you one. Search, please search more than one.
Okay.
More
Sub
than
search.
one. And see what
Another
happens.
search.
So
Another
fourth,
search.
yes, within this. No,
Okay.
within this.
Okay.
More than one.
One. Okay.
I can see the thread is clear. We actually looking for a dowry death case in which death has happened because of the burn injuries, and then dying declarations. There are multiple dying declarations,
Yeah.
so I'm using expression more than one. Oh
There
wow, we found 4.
Yeah. So
can I add one more word?
I can add one more word, but I think I'm gonna show you one thing. In case at any point of time you do not want a search word to be a part of the search. Let's suppose you want to search for dowry death, but not bride burning, but dowry death, dying declaration, and more than one. So you can just simply cross it out, and the bride burning result will be excluded, and this result will increase. And there we have it, from 88 to 353. Now this is talking about this 3 words, not the 4 words.
Wonderful.
I think I'm going to show one last feature of a true print, how to take true print, and I think I'm going to open the question because I think
can we do this for the same judgment? In the same judgment, if we can see the true print,
I can show it to you. So I'm going to open the judgment from here. This judgment opens up into a different tab. Yeah, there we have it. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this print icon. There we have it. It has 2 options, TP and non-true print. So it's true print and non-true print. So if I take a non-true print, let me show it to you quickly. This is going to give you how the judgment is that what you can see on the screen right now. So this is the website printout. So how it was printed on how it has been displayed on this website. So this is coming over here. So this is the non-true printout, which is an internet copy. You can use it, and but this is not the true print that I was talking about. The true print, on the other hand, I come over here, I click on true print. It'll ask me how many pages of judgment do I need, which was not an option in the previous example. Let's take 4 pages and click on print. Now this print, which will come right now, it will give me the exact photocopy of how the judgment was published in the law report.
Oh.
And there we have it.
So this is amazing. So we have the exact photocopy of the pages of SEC journal. So what you're saying, Chetan, whatever journal that we will be actually looking for, maybe we are looking for one of those ILRs, or maybe we are looking for Guwahati Law Report, or maybe we are looking for one of those other publication. When we open the judgment, if the true print option is there, we can take exact copies like this for any one of those?
Yes.
Oh my God. So you're giving me a library, digital library.
Not only for SEC, like you said, Guwahati Law Time. So we have a tie-up with Guwahati Law Time. We have a tie-up with ILRs. So we are giving you the prints of SEC, but also giving you prints of other partnered publication.
Is it possible to show me one for GLR, Guwahati Law Report?
Sure, I can surely show you one example.
So seeing is believing.
So for that, I'm going to go into find by citation, because that's will be a quick and easy task to do. And over here, I can simply write GAU. So GAU will simply give me Guwahati Law Reports. Guwahati Law Times or Guwahati Law Reports, you said?
Law Reports.
Law Reports, okay. So this is where it is. And I can give a citation of, let's say, 2017, volume 1. And let's take page number 18 and search.
I'm curious to see the true prints only.
I will show it to you.
So any judgment citation true print. So we have true print here. Yes.
So if I click on this true print,
Mhm.
let's take the all pages.
Oh yes. It gives me as if I've taken photocopy from Guwahati Law Report, page number 18, 2017. Wow.
And this is the
This
exact.
is this is so, I think, helpful. So that means I have digital library of all of those partner publications that you have on your portal, like this, for all volumes, for all volumes,
Yes, yes.
and no volume is missing,
It should not be.
and no
It's
judgment
a
is missing. Wow.
it's a huge database. So
So
yes,
that means you're ensuring that everything that we can think of is taken care of. Thank you so much, Chetan. Anything else that you would like to add yourself, or now we can take, I think, the
I
questions from
think
the
we should
participants.
move to the question answer because
Please,
I
please,
was started at 9:15 and I overshot by 10-15 minutes.
please.
So I think now the forum is open. I have overshot the time. I started 9:15 and it's 10:30 right now. My apologies, but I wanted to show as much as we could. But now the questions are open. Please, if you have any particular search that you would like to, want me to do a search, I'll be more than happy to do that. Or if you have any doubt, any concern on a particular topic, I can answer that.
Participant, those who are interested in asking queries, please unmute yourself and ask queries, please.
Chetanji, I am Prasenjit.
Yes, sir.
Have you shown the how to reset the means by default password?
Yes, that was I was showed in the starting. I can show it quickly one more time.
Okay, please show
So
one more time.
please. So by default, everyone would be given a password for the ID. So moment you will come to login and you will do your ID, put your ID and password, and you log in. There'll be a page which I can't show you right now because I don't have the first time logging in this session, in the software. It will say, please enter your old password, which will be the same password that we have provided, and it'll ask you to set a new password and confirm the new password, which is the same methodology that everyone we're doing. Let me show it to you. I'll show it to you. I think I can show it to you one way. So how it's gonna appear, I'm gonna just show you that way. So when you log in, it'll come like this. Put your the moment you put your password, ID and password, it'll take you to this screen. First screen would be this, change your password. So your current password would be the password that we have given to you. And then you can set your new password and retype the new password and change password. This is done because the password that we have given to you are temporary passwords, which will expire, which has an expiry of I think 4 or 5 days or probably a week. I think I'm not really sure of the time, but it does get expired. So if we do not if you do not log in with that password within let's say 7 days, the password get expired. So that is my humble request to all the members that please log in today, set your password, and you can keep your password, your mobile numbers, anything which is simple, which is that you can remember. However, even if there's a scenario wherein you forget your password and you do not remember your password, because like, to be honest, let me admit it, I do not know my password right now because my website remembers, my mobile remembers my password. So all I do is I put the ID and the password automatically comes. So one remember me option works pretty fine all the time. But there are some times when I do not accessing the website through my laptop, but through my colleague's laptop and do not remember the password. Then in that scenario, that means I don't remember the password. I can click on forget password, put my login ID, request for OTP. The OTP has been sent to your email. So I will open my email address, pick up the OTP. I think I can show that as well. Now, once I open my email address, there it is. So it says reset password. So if you can see the speed, I can simply copy this this thing, do a Control C, go back, put it over here, say paste, and verify OTP. but right now I don't want to do it. So I'll just do a resend OTP so that this gets expired. And there we have. So this way I can reset my password any given point of time. That being said, there's one more thing that I think which will be making a lot of sense, which let me show it to you. That is when you're in the website and if you have any question, because this session was, I think very, I think the first time and must be an overwhelming experience that there's so much information that would have been, coming your way. If there is any doubt, if there's any question that you might have, Mohit, could I request you to please share my mobile number in the chat along with yours and Mr. Reiner's number?
Sure, sir.
Yeah, just put all the three numbers, all our mobile numbers over there, and along with the toll-free number and the email address of Learning Team.
Yes.
In the meantime, there's an option of question mark. This question mark will appear in all the screens that you go that while you are in the SCC Online. This question mark will always be there. You go to question mark and you click on View User Manual. If I click on this, this will open up a different website. It says how can we help you? So how to smart copy, how to use OR Boolean operator, all these things are available over here. If let's say I want to see smart copy, so I can just say copy over here. Don't write the entire thing. Copy as a smart copy. So it will show you the pictorial manual, which will show you the picture and the text that how you need to do. Click on this icon, then click on this, that is smart copy icon. And then this is how it will appear on it. And then you can do a Control-C, Control-V from here. So this question mark will give you all the help that is needed for you. Prasad, sir.
Is there any number on which we can reach you or any other member who can provide us help on telephone?
Mohit is just typing the numbers. Mohit?
I'm just
Yeah, Mohit is in the chat. Mohit will just do it.
done, sir.
Okay, so if you can see my screen and you can see it on the chat as well. These are the numbers. What I'll do is, I think for everyone's reference, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just put this into a Word file and display it on the screen so members can take a screen like a picture of this. I think that will be an easier thing to do.
Chetanji, one more request. Please show once again that help part, question mark part. Just
Please,
now you have to.
I will just show it to you. I'm just gonna share my numbers so that everyone can make a note of this.
Yes.
So these are the contact details that you might want to make a note of. Let me just remove the color from it. Okay, I can't remove the color, but yeah. So that's my number on the top, 8130681115. And then only the last number changes, that is from 5 to 4. That's for Mohit Singh. And Mr. Rajesh Raina has the number 98711 97117. I can make it look simple like this. And this is our email address, learning@scconline.com, and this is a toll-free number. So members can take a picture of this right now. And if we are done with it, I will just answer, quickly go back to the same thing what Prasandeep Da said about the help center. So I'm gonna go back over there. So let me say I'm on this screen, word search, and I'm doing my search and all. Wherever you are, this question mark will still be there. You go to this question mark and there you have a quick help. Don't have to go for quick help. You have to go for view user manual. Quick help is basically if I do a quick help, it will just start explaining the entire screen to me, that particular screen that is in front of you. But for user manual, if I click on this, it will open up a different website. Otherwise, there's a URL for this as well, help.scconline.com. So before SCC, if you write help, it will simply open that particular website. So that is something that you can simply go for. This is help.scconline.com. And from here, you can search for anything of that choice. Let's say near. We spoke about the near feature. So if I write near, it says how to use near Boolean operator. I click on this, and there we have it. So yes.
We are looking for more queries. Please.
I hope GSEC. Well, hope everyone. I hope all the sites audio well as audio is working. Yes. Okay. Any question, sir and ma'am, that I would be able to answer? Usually the queries, come on the second day when we start using the software. And that is the reason why we are, rather than giving our toll-free number, only toll-free number, we have given our mobile numbers. And I'm still saying the same thing. Like I said in the starting when Prasenjit Da was not there, I said it on behalf of everyone, that even if you want to come and join the session, tomorrow's session, we have the bandwidth. We have the space available. So if anyone of the members who wants to use the software today and come back with the queries tomorrow can do that. There's no
Also, I think we can share that tomorrow. None of the examples that we have given today will be repeated. Tomorrow will be new examples, new questions, and format will also be different. Please be rest assured, you will not feel as if you are seeing a repeat session. It will be a new session. All new examples, all new methodology presentation. Everything will be presented to you in a new fashion.
and if you like, you can change the presenter as well. Someone else can also come. we have options. We can give you options whom to choose. You can choose the presenter. The presenter will take the session. So jokes apart, but I think
Alternatively, we can also ask one of the audience members also to in fact take the lead and show us the session while we will also be watching with the rest of the audience members. We can do that.
I think it's we want to be very clear. It's not that we are service providers and you are the
We are
users.
learning together.
Yeah, it's always been I think the forte and always been the effort in the same direction that we are learning together. We are no one to teach anyone over here. We just know certain things that we learn from other judicial officers and lordships in the past, and we are just sharing their information through this medium, nothing else. None of these examples are ours. These are all examples that we have learned, we have picked up from other sessions, and the query, which was initially a queries and now converted into examples. So it is just their learnings that we are sharing with everyone over here. Prasenjit sir, over to you. If there is no question, then you can let me know.
From my end, queries are over.
Sir, I hope my number and my team members' numbers are have been taken down, have been noted. So I'm sure that there will be a lot of questions coming in this week for sure, because once you sit down, that's like, oh, Mr. Gill was saying something that there's a overrule feature over here, but I don't remember it. Don't have to go through the video. Don't have to go back to the video because the video will take some time. You can just pick up a phone, give me a call. If in case I don't pick up the phone, just drop me a message, because right now I'm on the meeting, so my phone is silent, so I don't take calls. So you can just drop me a message. I will revert the moment I am free. I'll just give you a call, or I'll just revert to you on the message if I'm in the training. But I think let's work together. I think we have a strong responsibility on our shoulders. The money has been invested, and I want to emphasize on this word invested. It's a hard-earned money, so we don't want that this software, this money that is invested, should go to waste. We want to make it work with you. So if that requires you calling us at any point of time and we working together, we are more than happy to do that as well. So, sir, we are done. With this, we rest our case. Anything that is any feedback that you would like to give? Any questions? Otherwise, Prasenjit sir, over to you. In case you don't have any questions, then you can just let me know. So can we conclude the session then, if there are no questions?
Yes, women.
Okay, sir. So, on behalf of the entire SEC Online team, Mr. Sanjay Kapoor, who is the Senior Vice President of the company. By the way, Mr. Kapoor just completed his 25 years in the company on 1st of January this year. So he's been working, I think, relentlessly for so many years. Then we have Mr. Sumit Dhawan, who is the area manager for the entire this East region. Eastern region, he's there. Mr. Arijit Karita, who is the person responsible getting this order and bringing all us together. And then along with that, I have Mr. Mohit Singh and Mr. Rajesh Raina, who's the part of training team. On behalf of all the team members and the entire SEC Online team, I would like to thank everyone for giving your time and being so patient with us and learning together with us. It's a journey, and we just started the journey, and we walking together in this. On this note, thank you so much, and we will meet tomorrow again. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Prasanji, sir, for your help tomorrow.